Bonjour French 1, this is your section 2.1 video all about like and dislike sentences. Basically, I'm going to give you some sentences that you can plug in all of those vocab words that we learned about things and activities so that you can express complete thoughts of either liking or disliking those things and activities that we took notes on for last class. So the first thing I want to start with is on the left-hand side of your paper. It's two different ways of asking people about their likes and dislikes. The easiest way is to just ask, do you like something? Now I need you to notice that there is a blank in this sentence. That's because you actually have to fill in an item or an activity to complete the question. Otherwise you're just saying, do you like? And you're not actually completing the sentence. So there's a blank there so you know that you can use this with any item or activity. Oh, and one more thing before we get started. Remember, you only have to write down the words that are on the lines with the yellow background, not the pronunciation that's in parentheses with the green background. That's your choice if you think it will help you. Definitely write down the things that are on the line, and also try to do some repeating after me in the pauses provided. So getting back to the do you like question, do you like in French is tu aimes, followed by whatever the item is. So for example, let's go ahead and use ice cream. If you wanted to ask, do you like ice cream, you would ask, tu aimes la glace? Now the bottom question does not have a fill in the blank necessarily. It's a general, what do you like? And in this case, I filled in the word for to do. So altogether, what do you like to do is, qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire? Now I know this big long Q word here really messes with people, so one more time, that big long Q word is qu'est-ce que. And again, it means what do you like to do? So when you go to answer on the right-hand side of your paper, you have three different ways of expressing if you actually like something. So if somebody says, for example, tu aimes la glace, do you like ice cream? One way you could answer is by saying, if you want to, you could use the word yes, which is oui. And then the way you say, I love something, in this case, I'm going to fill in ice cream for you. You would say, j'adore la glace. If you simply want to say that you really like something, again, in this case, I'm going to use ice cream, you would say, j'aime bien la glace. And if you just want to say that you like something, you would say, j'aime la glace. If, however, you are not a fan of ice cream, on the right-hand side of your paper, just below the ways of saying likes are your ways of disliking something. You can first of all use the phrase I don't like, which you'll notice is actually the phrase for I like, which was j'aime, with a ne pas in it. We've been talking about ne pas a lot and how it works to make sentences negative. In this case, it's taking the sentence I like and making it I don't like and making it negative. The way you would say I don't like specifically for ice cream is je n'aime pas la glace. And if you have stronger feelings than just dislike and you indeed hate something, you could say no, you don't like it, which in French no is just non. And then to say I hate something such as ice cream, you would say je déteste la glace. Now the final thing on the right-hand side here are your expressions for saying that you actually like something else better. Sometimes you could say something like, well, I like ice cream, but I like something else better. So if you wanted to say that you like something else better, like for example, chocolate, you could say, j'aime mieux le chocolat, which would be I like chocolate better. If you want to say that you prefer chocolate, you would say, je préfère le chocolat. Either way, you're saying that while you do like ice cream, you like something else better, or you prefer something else. On the back of your paper, we have some ways where if you are going back and forth in a conversation, talking with somebody about things that you like and you're commenting on each other, how you can agree or disagree when somebody else gives their own opinion. So let's say, for this first example, that somebody says, j'adore le chocolat, which means I love chocolate. If you agree with them, instead of saying, you know, I love chocolate and repeating the same thing back to them, you could agree with the fact that they love chocolate by saying me too. The way you say me too in French is by saying moi aussi. And you're technically saying me also, but that's their version of me too. Now, if you hear somebody say, j'adore le chocolat, I love chocolate, and you are not a fan of chocolate, you disagree with them and you don't like it, you can say pas moi. Because pas moi means not me. I don't like it like you do. Now the next example here shows you the opposite of this, in that if somebody starts off by saying they don't like something, how you would agree and disagree with not liking something. So if somebody says, je n'aime pas le chocolat, I don't like chocolate, and you agree with that, you also do not like chocolate. Instead of saying me too, because then it becomes confusing, like me too, I don't like chocolate, or me too, I like it, there's confusion. Technically, you're supposed to say me neither. And the way you say me neither in French is moi non plus. And then what's really gets confusing with negative sentences like I don't like chocolate is if you disagree. So if you disagree with the negative statement, I don't like chocolate, and you actually do like chocolate, and you want to disagree with the negative sentence, kind of confusing, the way you say, well, me, I actually do, is by saying, moi, si. And what you're saying is, I hear you saying you don't like something, but me, I actually do like it. So you're disagreeing with a dislike by saying, well, moi, si. Finally, don't forget about those two magical words, et toi. Et toi is an easy way to ask and you and flip a question around without actually having to ask the whole qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire kind of business that we started out with. Also, don't forget to do the wrapping up statement, question, or critique to make sure that you're coming to class with your notes completely ready to turn in to get full credit.